On this edition of Talking Preps, we're joined by Kendrick Brown, the head football coach at Little Elm in Texas. Hello, sir. How are you this afternoon?
Doing good, Blair. How are you, man? Glad to be a part of Talking Preps.
Oh, well, thank you. We're glad to have you on. Obviously, life has changed a little bit during the pandemic. How have you adjusted with your team to keep everybody involved and try to keep a sense of camaraderie during this time as it's a little more challenging than normal?
It is the thing that's very important as we started this process. For us, it was right after, right when we're going into spring break, and the key to all of this is we when we left for spring break. And so the key to what we've been doing ever since this thing has been setting in is week to week. It's been something that's been of a new challenge. The biggest deal is we're just trying to make sure our kids are okay, that their families are fine. The thing that we're trying to do is keep our kids connected to what we're doing athletically and to the things that are important to us. The third thing is we want our kids to have some type of physical conditioning to them. Whenever we're allowed to get back, when that time will come, we do. It's important that our kids have been doing some things to remain active. That's the biggest fear of coaches around the state of Texas is once we do get back, you just don't want injuries, you don't want that nature. So you're seeing it at the pro level, the college level, the high school level. Everybody is just encouraging their athletes to stay active, and with that, we're providing them with the different type of things that they can do to remain active around the house. Safety, making sure that they're doing okay, and then making sure they stay active. And then again, it's still we're still in school, so the kids need to. We got to make sure that they stand on top of their schoolwork as well.
No question about it. And speaking of conditioning, when things do get back to normal, is it going to be necessary to just set time aside? Hey, we're just going to condition for a few weeks before we even get involved in uh, practice and drills and things like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's important. I think more importantly is going to be just when we do get back is just to be around each other and getting a chance to talk to our players and for our players to have some interactions with us. So it's going to be interesting the day we do get back. We've got so many things, especially football. Man, the season's right around the corner, so there's a urgency there, but there's also an urgency into just letting our kids know because we've been talking to them that we've missed them. I know they've been missing their coaches, so there's kind of going to be like a little reunion, if you might say. And then once we do that, then it's going to be gradually getting back to work, getting our kids in condition, and trying to get them to a level we were at before we were let out before spring break.
And not only are you the head football coach, you're also the assistant athletic director. So you've kind of had to wear multiple hats during this. How has that role changed as a result of all this?
I don't know that the role has changed. I know our athletic director Sandra Howell and myself, man, we talk and communicate just as much as we did when we were in school. So uh, what is this looking like with all of our head coaches? We've encouraged all of our head coaches is to have a template of things that are essential for this time off. That's kind of what I talked about in football. It's staying connected to our kids, making sure our kids are active, seeing if there's any needs that on the admin side that we could come in and help out with. But it's just it's the virtual meetings, the sure that they okay, you're doing something, you're not doing something, and then you've got to decipher. between those. Yes, coach, we're doing this, you're doing that. And so trust and relationships, man, are more important during this time because that is needed to make sure that without that trust, without those relationships, man, it would be tough to survive. Kids, because we do a good job of building those relationships, getting them involved in Zoom meetings or need to go outside and even do push-ups, sit-ups, and run around the house or around the neighborhood. You've got to have those relationships established to ensure that they're even doing that during these times.
No doubt. Speaking, it's important to stay active, but do you think it's also a little bit of a benefit too that these kids have had some downtime? Because kids today go constantly 12 months a year, this, that, and the other, and they don't have any time. It seems like we've gotten away from a lot of them are so active, they're almost too active. So this has been a good thing to maybe slow them down and just let their bodies rest for a month.
It is, and what we're seeing, the good thing, I mean, there's not a lot of good, other than us staying at home and protecting our families, but just seeing the kids and how much of an impact that coaches have been in their lives, that has been, man, that's been surreal. You and our kids right now, they're just jumping at the bit just to get back to some sense of normalcy as it pertains to athletics. And parents like, coach, man, we need you guys to back all of the kids' lives so they can get back to the routine. So it has. I do think this, at the end of the day, this is going to be very good for athletics. This is going to be very good for the school systems because it has really shown the importance of what we do, educators do each and every day. Man, the way we impact these kids, the way we help in raising these kids and really being a positive impact on their lives. It's not just about education and athletics, man. We are one of we impact our kids more than anybody could ever imagine. And so during this time away, man, you're just seeing the kids they're really looking forward to getting back. And I think that's going to really make everything we do real special. And one thing I'll say too is we always say you never know when your last time you're going to put on that helmet, you're going to pick up a bat, you're going to pick up a basketball. And this now is really a story that we'll be able to tell as long as we're in this profession, because we were doing something one day and the next day it has just completely stopped. And that's on the professional level, the college level, as well as the high school level and our youth level. But man, it's this thing, you could be here and things could be going great, and the things that we love and cherish could be taken away from us the next day. So I do think, man, it's going to be great for high school athletics when we do get back together and kids can get some normalcy in that regard.
No question about it. I think we're all going to be a lot more appreciative of just having the opportunity to have practices and games and maybe not so much worry about the outcome, but just enjoy the opportunity to participate.
Yes.
Well, speaking of participation, would you like to take our quick quiz?
I'm all in. Let's get rolling with it.
All right, here we go. When everything opens up, more likely to take the family to get a haircut or out to eat at a restaurant?
Both, but I can't say both. Out to a restaurant.
Okay. Musical instrument, can you play one?
I'd like to think I can.
But officially, no.
I've got experience with drums. It's been a while, but I've If I was to say, it's the drums.
Okay, we'll take that. When it comes to grilling, what are you more likely to grill? Beef, chicken, or pork?
Beef.
Or all three?
Yep. Beef
Particular
is number one.
Okay, particular cut that you will grill
Uh,
most?
Not necessarily just the steak, prime rib. I like the New York strips as well, but man, I can grill a steak like that photo you have. It's those are fun times.
No doubt about it. The last movie you saw in a theater?
Oh, what was the last movie? Boys, Bad Boys. The final. I think it was the final episode. Bad Boys.
Was it good?
It was real good. Real good.
And
Good
our,
to see Lawrence get back together.
yeah. And our final question, what have you spent more time doing, cleaning the garage or doing yard work?
Um, all both, and it's basically because the wife and honeydews consist of a lot of cleaning the garage and doing yard work. So I would say both.
Yes. And we're ready for this pandemic to end because the
Yes.
list
Yeah.
continues to grow. Well, Kendrick, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. And hopefully we can visit again. And next time when we do, we can actually talk about Little Elm football and what's coming up for the fall season 2020.
Absolutely. Look forward to it, and thank you for investing in high school athletics.
All right. Thank you so much. Kendrick Brown, the head coach of Little Elm, on this edition of Talking Preps.